Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and Coffee Stream episode 450. Holy moly. I hope you guys had a good weekend, and I hope you guys are having a good Monday. Holy crap, why am I yawning? Anyway, let's see here. Load! Load! There we go. Okay. We're good. Alright. Sorry about that. Heyo, howdy Gunfox. Howdy Seamus. I hope you two are doing well. Why am I getting... Oh, it's my last chance to get my monthly games for PlayStation Plus. Oh boy, I better hurry up. Anyway, now that my train of thought is completely derailed, thank you, notifications. That was very helpful. I hope everyone, like I said, was had a good weekend and is having a good Monday. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to yawn. So we've got some interesting things to discuss today. Got some very interesting coincidences going on. And we also have a very, very amusing article from the National Post. I'm sure that we will have a laugh at it. Why was I up at 2:15 in the morning? I don't know, Seamus. I hate when that happens. It drives me insane when that happens to me. I really can't stand it, so I do feel your pain. So yes, so we have an interesting coincidence to be discussing. We have an amusing National Post article. We have an opinion piece. We've got a good amount of things to talk about today. So. Okay, I have successfully delivered the Halloween decorations to Michael Myers Road. Are you serious? Are you serious right now, honey? That's hilarious. That is too funny. You had to deliver Halloween decorations to Michael Myers Road. That's amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's great. Oh, that's too funny. I that's great. That's great. Anyway, so we have a very interesting coincidence going on right now. And I'd like to preface this by saying, first off, that I'm very happy that these two gentlemen have returned to Canada. But I would also like to point out the incredible coincidence surrounding the two Michaels' return to Canada. So, here's the events, okay? Trudeau gets reelected last Monday. Magically, the two Michaels get released for health reasons on Monday. And on Friday, the U.S. hands over the Huawei executive. So Yes, I'm serious. That is the name of the road, and that is what I delivered. That's too funny. Eloin, hello. I'm hurting and I need coffee. Oh, that sucks, dude. Hello, Mr. Goatman. Yeah, right after we reopened. Yeah, functionals added another piece. That's right after we reopened the door to China. Right. So Trudeau's reelected. The two Michaels are released. China gets Min, whatever her name is, back, and this all happens in the same week. It took 1,000 days, 1,000 days for what we've all been calling for to happen to happen. It's it's disgusting that Trudeau was basically like, "Oh, well now that I'm elected." And then magically China was like, "Oh, oh, like and the US is like, "Oh, here's your executive back." Magically all of a sudden. Like I just like I said, I'm very glad that the two Michaels are home, right? They should be home. They should have been home years ago, and it shouldn't have taken a re-election and all this political bullshit to do it. Like, really? I just, it's disgusting. Those adults who don't need caffeine are sociopaths. I agree. Hamlet would agree it smells pretty nice in Denmark. Hamlet would be thinking it smells pretty nice in Denmark right now. Yeah, because the stench from Canada is just overpowering. Oh God, Jesus. It's ridiculous. And I just don't understand how anyone can't can see could say otherwise. I really feel that this is just, it stinks of politics. It stinks of basically brinksmanship with human life. And it's disgusting. I just I just really really I can't fathom this level of absolute disgusting diplomacy. And you know that if another country were to do this, right? Trudeau would be, "Oh, Canada decries whatever country for this, disgusting display of political chess with human life." And, like, you just know that would happen. You just know it. But it's totally fine when he does it. It's completely okay when it's done in his benefit. And I just don't. The ring light's in your office. Hold on. Let me go grab it.
Answer call button.
Why is my phone ringing while I'm trying to get the ring light? That makes no sense. Okay, here we go. I have the ring light. Why is the leg all funky? The fuck? Okay, why is the ring light all fucked up? I'm not fucking with this right now. I'm not fucking with it right now. The ring light on my desk. How do I set that up? Hold on. I moved that ring light so it wouldn't be in my way. God damn it. This is always an interesting thing to watch, I'm sure. Okay, here we go. Now, how do I turn it so it's actually on me? There. Now, where did I put my phone? Is that better? Is that any better? Yeah, my ring light's tripod is all weird. Like the back leg is all funky and leaning backwards. My tripod is not tripoding. It's rather weird. Anyway, let's open up the first thing that I wanted to talk about. Now that that's been resolved, all right. So where should I start? Let's start with the funny National Post story. Let's do that. 12:14 p.m. Gunfall 61. Fincalo breaks line with a tripod. 12:14 p.m. Fincalo driving a. Yes, now you don't look like Deep Throat. Yes, now you don't look like Deep Throat. 12:14 p.m. Gunfall 61. Fincalo breaks line with a tripod. Custom emoji. 12:15 p.m. Streamlabs. Super. Who's Deep Throat? Do you mean Deep Thought? Anyway, let's find the funny National Post article. Where are we here? There we go. This is gonna be really funny. I read part of this yesterday, but I wanna finish reading it. I read like the first sentence or two, but I want to do the rest of it as a cold read. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. Let's just get this screen shared so you guys can see it. Window. There we go. That's what I need. Okay, share. Yes, please. All right. Yeah, you guys will find this amusing. All right. So, hey, Costin. Hello. How are you? Hi, Blind Ryan. You're playing MK11? Nice. What are we blaming Piccolo for? We're blaming him for a ring light tripod. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So, this says, this headline, where the hell is it? I don't care about cookies. Just let me read the stupid flippin' article. Okay. Starting a side hustle on YouTube is much easier than you think. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what the people from the Financial Post have to say. The subheading says, being able to set up a side hustle on YouTube means you can be able to set your goals, being able to set up a side hustle means you can sooner be earning more and be meeting your financial goals sooner. Okay. Let's see what they have to say here. Let's just get through the advertisements here. Okay, here we go. Here we go, everyone.
With many throughout the pandemic establishing side hustles to boost their income, many more are considering what kind of pursuit is right for them. Turns out, starting a side hustle on YouTube is much easier than you think. While access to the YouTube Partner Program requires certain benchmarks, including having more than 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 hours watched over the last 12 months, it is possible to earn money from YouTube with a few simple actions. You are currently on a tech settlement. Jeep Guitar Company build 6 GG1 JGTW.
Oh boy. Okay. So let's see here.
IMA HTM and of PD3JMBV.
Come on.
Link. Heading level 2. Scroll left. List Dinos. Article 1 of 8. Link. Heading level 3 up. Link. End of. Article 2.
Let me just read this stupid.
Link.
I can't wait for a braille display.
Link. And article.
I really can't.
Link. Image. End of. Article 7 of. Link. 5. End. Article 8 of. 6 days ago. Link. Image. End of. Article 31. End of. List. Scroll right. Heading level 2. Article. As reported in. Link. Business Insider. YouTube creators can earn a decent amount with as few as 1,900 subscribers. As one example, nano influencer Jen Lauren, who had 1,900 YouTube subscribers when she spoke with Insider, earned $195 in a recent month. Chrome has new window.
Do these people understand how much work that is? Like, you don't... Getting YouTube subscribers is not like picking up Instagram followers or TikTok followers. The retention rate on YouTube, the algorithm on YouTube is completely different. Yeah. Unless you have the wrong thing, says Seamus Derby, yeah. Tits check, camera check, profit. Let's see, starting is easy, earning is impossible. Right? Yeah. In a recent month, so she had a viral video. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Heading level 2. More. List in a new tab in a link. Heading level 3. Link. Heading Chrome has new link. Heading level 3.
Oh my god. Financial Post. Why must you be so shittily laid out? Okay, hold on. Sorry guys, there we go. Okay. Now we are back to article content.
With more subscribers, of course, comes more income. But views are not the only way to make an income. Revenue from Google Ads is a big chunk of many YouTube stars' incomes. For instance, finance YouTuber Nate O'Brien made $444,000 in revenue from YouTube ads in a year with about 1 million subscribers. Those Google placed ads were his top source of income. You are.
Why are you giving... Okay. Do you know how long it... Oh my god. This is not a side hustle. If you are at 1 million subscribers and you are making almost $500,000 from your ad revenue, you are not at this point having a side hustle. Okay? That is your career. That is your job. That is what you are doing. Why are people trying to, why are people straight up lying to people to try and make them think they can make it big on YouTube and make like tons of money? Like, do I enjoy this? Yes, right? But is it not, like, is it easy to make money from it? No.
While it can be simple to set up a YouTube creator account and get posting, there's a lot to learn in order to turn that output into a business that earns money. You are currently on
No shit.
Link. Knowing how to use YouTube effectively. To grow a channel, implement search engine optimization, SEO, have a marketing plan, and video shooting and editing itself are all essential skills professional YouTubers will want to master. A good place to start learning these skills is with link the Become a Professional YouTuber bundle, which covers all the above concepts and more. It's available now for the reduced price of $22.20 when you use the code VIP40 at checkout and can help you to step on the path to becoming an earning YouTube star. You are currently on a text element.
Buy this package of information so that we can tell you how to turn out content that looks exactly like everyone else's content. So that we can monitor everyone's content easier and make sure that everyone is doing things that we want. We are going to make this bundle of information on how to be a, quote, YouTube star, and it's going to be available for the low price of $22 if you use a specific checkout or code at checkout. Oh my god. Oh my good god. That is so fucking transparent. It's not even funny. When you're done reading the article, I want you to go back to the top and read the little tagline. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll check that. I will check that out as soon as, let's see if this is done.
The courses in the 5-star bundle are taught by top instructor Brian Guerra, founder of Invert Media and e-commerce. You are currently on a text.
Oh, it's courses. It's a course bundle.
Prices are subject to change.
Oh, I bet they are.
Heading level 2. Share this article in your social network.
So basically, this was an ad for a bundle of courses specifically on how to become a YouTube star. And it looks like, from what Pinkalo says, there is a thing up here. Let's see here. Let's get through this ridiculous thing of links. Where are we here? Where are we? Getting closer. This article was created by StatCommerce, Postmedia. Wait, hold on. Let's read this properly. This article was created by StatCommerce, Postmedia may earn an affiliate commission from purchases made through our links on this page. So basically, this was not an article about a side hustle. This is an ad for a specific bundle of courses on how to become a YouTuber and how to produce content. So and the amount of, depending on the amount of people that buy these courses, we'll see like an influx of the same freaking content from a group of channels who bought this shit, and Postmedia is going to receive a commission fee or an affiliation commission. No, this is not at all like a, oh look, another coincidence, guys. Look, see? Like I said in the stream title, too much of a coincidence. This is just so transparent. It's so transparent. I don't know how people can't see this. Like here. Let's make people think that it's easy to make a lot of money on YouTube. And then we'll sell them this bundle of courses that will teach them how to produce the exact same content and make them think that that's going to make them successful. Because God knows that when you go on the internet and you do the exact same thing that everyone else is doing, and there are millions and millions and millions of accounts on YouTube. Yeah, it's just bad. So let's just move on here. So let's go to, there's a story that I grabbed for this. It's actually written, and this is going to be another cold read because I really wanted to look at this. This piece is written by the moderator for the English debate, for the election. So I thought we could take a look at this. It's called, I was asked to apologize for my question at the federal English debate. And I stand by my question. So this is going to be interesting because I did not like how she moderated the debate, but I do admire her not willing to apologize for her questions. That, if anything we've learned from covering all of the everything that we've covered on this channel, it's that you never apologize, right? So, even though I did not like her moderating style, the fact that she's not going to apologize for her question, I do admire that. That's, good on her for that. So, let's take a look here. Where is the headline? I was asked to apologize for my question in the leaders' debate. I stand by it unequivocally. So, like I said, good for her. And this is, like I said, written directly by Chachi Curl, the moderator for the debate. And it is a Globe and Mail article, so please, for the love of God, do not paywall me. Okay, let's see here. Do not paywall me, please. So she's the president of the Angus Reid Institution, which is a polling company here in Canada, but it is an independent polling company. It's not like the Nanas Polar, which is pretty biased. So let's take a listen to what she has to say here.
I watched the 1988 federal election debate sitting on the floor of our family room as a child. 3 hours. 3 leaders. I remember the body language of the politicians. I remember some of their words. I never imagined one day I would moderate the leaders' debate myself. You are currently on...
Yeah, that, like, back in the day, even when I was watching debates with my mom in the 90s, they went long. Like, it was not this, hour and a half to 2 hours, very quick thing. It went, sometimes 3.5 hours.
Since the night of the English language debate on September 9th, it seems everyone has taken the opportunity to share their views, opinions, and reflections about it. With the election now finally behind us, I'm sharing mine.
Okay.
Some viewers and politicos have wondered why a pollster was moderating the debate. If more Canadians had been given a chance to meet me before the event, I would have shared that I am a pollster, yes. But the first half of my career was spent as a broadcast journalist, covering politics.
Well, okay, like, I honestly don't care that she is a pollster and that she moderated. I care that she wasn't a good moderator. That's what I care about.
Working as president of the nonpartisan Angus Reid Institute with wonderful colleagues who gave me leave to work on the debate independently has been a transition from telling Canadians their stories using quotes and interviews to doing the same thing by interpreting numbers. I no longer work full-time in a newsroom, but my values and commitment to asking tenacious questions and pressing for answers never changed. You are currently on
But you didn't really do that, Miss Kroll. You were argumentative. You got into the yelling matches with the leaders. You weren't a moderator. You almost became a debate participant, and that's not what your job was.
The debate executive's decision in the early summer to have me moderate was undeniably different, but not without precedent. I had moderated the BC election televised debate in 2020, and my style and approach were very well received, so I was asked to do it nationally and was proud to, as someone whose life experience had been largely outside the Ottawa bubble.
So you did the British Columbia one, and you were argumentative and hostile then too. I not being part of British Columbia, I don't watch those debates, but I found your moderating style very very hostile, very biased. You gave Mr. Trudeau and Mr. Singh the most time to talk. You gave Mr. O'Toole and Monsieur Blanchet no time to talk. And whenever they had a cogent point, you cut them off. It was very obviously biased. And as I said at the beginning of this article, while I do admire the fact that you stand by your question, I do not agree with your moderating style.
My very presence in the role occupied space generally reserved for people unlike me. I am a Vancouverite. I am not a member of the press gallery. I approached the debate from the perspective of what people in their living rooms wanted to hear about. That was important. You are...
Really? You think people in their living rooms wanted to hear about an hour's worth of climate change and arguing back and forth about Quebec? There was almost nothing about healthcare. What was talked about was unobtainable, and it was either unobtainable or under the provincial jurisdiction. There was nothing about disabled Canadians. There was nothing about barely anything about seniors. There was maybe about 10 minutes on seniors, about 20 minutes on housing, maybe 15 on the economy as a whole. You guys, you spent most of the time keeping them on climate change and reconciliation. Now, reconciliation does need to, be a thing, and we need to get this figured out. But I highly doubt that people in their living rooms only wanted to hear about those two issues. If you only had 2 hours, there should have been a much bigger effort to make an equal time on more subjects.
Link is my very presence in the role. Link. What more people devote.
I do apologize for the banging. If you hear any banging, my neighbor, we have a semi-detached house, so our neighbors are getting their roof fixed. So I do apologize if you hear like banging and stuff.
More than 100 amazing professionals work to produce the leaders' debate. But when you go to air, it's just you, the moderator. As only those who have done it know, it's one of the toughest jobs in television. There is a lot going on. You're simultaneously keeping the participants on time, listening to producers in your ear with time counts or updates, listening to the leaders' responses and trying to keep them on topic or ensure they answer the question, and watching the leaders' body language and nonverbal cues. You are currently on a
It's not really your job to make sure they answer the question. It's your job to keep them on topic and keep them on time. If they don't answer the question, that's on them and they bury themselves, right? But it's not your... There's nothing... Like that wasn't your job. There was no challenge to the debate participants. She let them say whatever they wanted to say and did not challenge them. Very good point, Pinkalo. She did exactly that. She did exactly that. She just let them say what they wanted. She let Trudeau and Singh overstep the other two. Quite clearly. And while I very much dislike the Bloc Québécois, I think Monsieur Blanchette had every right to point out that he was not getting equal talking time. Because he wasn't.
It's a blur. A fast-moving, organic, sometimes chaotic blur. Were there a few moments I'd have dealt with differently? Over a period of 120 minutes. Of course there were. You are currently on a tech...
Honestly, the whole thing you should have done differently.
As to the format, you should know I didn't design it. The representatives of every party leader were presented with it by the debate broadcast group, and they signed off on it. Everything from the amount of time they'd have to respond to questions and debate each other, to the fact that there were no opening and closing statements, the point at which they'd face a direct question, all agreed to by every participating party well ahead of the debate. You are currently on...
Okay, but everybody knows that that's not your job. It doesn't... Your job is just to make sure that the plan that everyone else puts in place works. Okay? Your job is not to plan it. Your job is not to do anything but stand on the stage, follow the plan, make sure the participants stay on topic, and keep time. That's your job. That's it. That's all you are supposed to do. Turk February says, were there any Indians debating reconciliation? No, of course not. Yeah, but I didn't think Anami Paul was actually indigenous. I thought she was a different ethnicity entirely. I didn't think she was indigenous.
Story continues below advertisement.
I could be wrong.
Perhaps future decisions about how many debates, or how many leaders should be on stage, will be different. But in the recent debate, I was dealing with 5 leaders in 2 hours. What has changed most since I watched that first debate 33 years ago is the nature of political communication itself. It is faster, tighter, more soundbite driven. Thus, the vision for this event, agreed to by the debate's editorial team, was a tough style of probing and pressing leaders, not merely giving airtime for unchallenged statements. You are currently on a tech...
Oh, really? Not giving airtime for unchallenged statement. That's all you did. That's all she did, was just allow them to say whatever the frig they wanted. Particularly Trudeau and Singh.
Given the chance, politicians will often evade questions, stick to talking points, ignore what they're asked, and switch to what they want to say instead. When that doesn't work, some attack the questioner. The past decade has crystallized this approach. You are currently on a text element.
Yeah, that's why you're... anyway.
Against this backdrop, a silent or invisible moderator would be on a collision course with the reality of what the leaders often do if they can: veer off topic, talk over each other, run the clock, and rag the puck. Sitting back, asking general questions, letting them say whatever they wanted for as long as they wanted, giving in when a leader already at the end of their time asked for more, was untenable. You are current.
Okay, but you gave in to Trudeau and Singh when they asked for more time. Like, I know I was drinking a lot, but you totally gave time to 2 out of the 5 leaders whenever they asked for it. But when what's it called? When Blanchette asked for more time, you were like, no. And then when O'Toole went like 1 second over his time and was literally in the middle of a sentence, you would be like, okay, Mr. O'Toole, your time is up. And like, he'd be like, okay, can I please just finish my sentence? Like, you were incredibly biased, and now you're trying to defend that. And bring up points that don't even pertain to what a moderator does.
Timekeeping was crucial. The leaders aren't public speaking newbies incapable of making their point in 45 seconds. They are well acquainted with time limits in the House of Commons. Meantime, the networks had offered a specific to the second allotment of time on a night when they were competing for eyeballs with the opening night of the NFL season and a Canadian star playing championship tennis. Not unlike a pilot's job, a crucial part of the mission is to land the 787 safely without crashing because you ran out of runway. You are currently on a tech...
The 787? Is there even a plane called a 787? I mean, I know that's a nitpick, but I've heard of a 737 and a 747. I don't think I've heard of a 787. I could be wrong. Anyway, let's move on.
After the 2019 debate, much criticism centered on the fact that segments ran long because timekeeping hadn't been strict, resulting in outrage over the final debate themes getting short shrift. For the debate in 2021, I ensured each section got its scheduled time, as agreed to by all leaders. I landed the plane. You are currently on a text element.
So, you were told to only give 10 minutes to healthcare and seniors, like 15 minutes to housing, 20 minutes to the economy, and all the rest of it to climate change and reconciliation? That was what you were told to do? Really? And you consider being incredibly biased and incredibly just incredibly hostile and argumentative. You consider that to be landing the plane. Okay. All right.
I was neither a mannequin reading questions prepared for me nor Maverick asking whatever came into my head. I had a hand in editorial direction. The debate covered a lot of ground. We chose topics based on input from about 20,000 Canadians who responded to a call from the networks to share the issues they wanted to hear about. Every question was reviewed by the debate's editorial team, which included representatives from all the networks that organized and produced at CBC, CTV, Global, and APTN. More than a dozen senior journalists and news executives have seen and vetted the questions I asked, as well as those of my journalist colleagues. You are currently on a text element.
Oh my god. Dude, the only people who are mad at you about the questions you asked are the politicians.
The question to block Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet created a controversy in Quebec, taking on a narrative and a legend of its own. It led the National Assembly to send me, cartoonists to ridicule me, and party leaders to demand an apology. You are currently on a text...
See, now that's not right, because she did ask a valid question. The question about why Let's see here. The 787 does exist, but it's not that big of a plane. Oh, okay. Um, but it's this is it. She shouldn't be censored. She shouldn't be ridiculed because it was a valid question. I do think that if you're going, like, because the question she was asking was about the bill that regards to wearing religious garb and symbology in a public sector job, like a government, provincial government job, because those symbols, they only target like people like Sikhs or Muslims or you know it's okay for it's okay for Jews to wear a yarmulke and Christians to wear crosses, but it's not okay for a Muslim to wear a hijab or a mikab, and it's not okay for, like, do you know what I mean? The Sikhs can't. It's very picky and choosy, and I but I believe that if you are going to make a bill that bans religious garb and symbols from public sector jobs, that you need to include all religious garb and symbology. It doesn't matter if your province is a primarily Judeo Christian one. You chose to create a law banning religious garb and symbology in public sector jobs. Therefore, you need to include even the religious symbols and garb of the main religion of your province. That's just how that works. And she did have a right to ask that question. And it does make a point of, pointing out why Quebecers are deemed as racist. And she had every right to ask that question, and to be ridiculed and censored is not okay, regardless of whether or not I liked her moderating style. This is not what she deserves.
So here was the question. You deny that Quebec has problems with racism. Yet you defend legislation such as Bills 96 and 21, which marginalize religious minorities, Anglophones, and Allophones. For those outside the province, please help them understand why your party also supports these discriminatory laws.
It does, and she's right. It does discriminate against Anglophones and Allophones. It absolutely does, and I give this example all the time. My aunt she is a Canadian citizen. She obtained her citizenship, but she's a Russian immigrant. She is trilingual, actually. She speaks Russian, English, and French. She lives in Quebec. Her children are all born here in Canada. She immigrated here, or before they were conceived, and obtained her citizenship before they were conceived. But she cannot choose where her kids go to school. Like, her youngest son, she cannot choose to send him to a primarily English speaking school because she is an immigrant. She does not have that choice. Her child must learn French as a primary language because he is the child of an immigrant. If you go, all signage is in French first, and English second, and from what I understand, the English lettering is much smaller than the French lettering. Like, from what I understand here in Ontario, in government signage, I'm pretty sure the French and the English letters are both the same, like, font and size. But in Quebec, the English lettering is much smaller than the French lettering. And if you go into a store, in most cases, if you are spoken to in French and you respond in English, or even if you try to respond in French but your French is bad, they like they'll scoff at you. Like they will audibly scoff at you. And they will treat you differently. It's bad. Let's see what's chat saying. And under Bill C-21, how is it that they're allowed to still be affiliated with the Church of Canada under that case? Yep. Quebec is weird, yeah. But they proved in a court of law that a cross is not religious. Yeah, they did. Let's see here. No. Last time I went back, everything was in French, nothing in English. Oh, really? Especially in Montreal. Yeah, if you're in Montreal, if you go to Montreal and you go to a store, especially if it's like a corner store, and you're trying to grab yourself a drink and something to eat. And first off, they've got freaking this horrible slangy French in freaking downtown Montreal. So first of all, you have to parse that French. It's not even full, like actual full French with proper grammar. You got to figure out what the fuck the Montreal French is that they're saying to you. And then you respond in English, or you respond in like halting, school French. And they're like they under their breath they're fucking swearing at you, and it's ridiculous. His forced Canadianism. Oh yeah. You know it's bad when even the French say fuck Quebec. Yep. Yep.
To those asking me to take it all back, I stand by the question, unequivocally. You are correct.
And you should. You should. Miss Krill, despite the fact that I don't like your style, despite the fact that, I don't agree with how you moderated the debate, you should not take back that question. You should stand by it. You should not apologize at all.
I stand by it because the question gave Mr. Blanchett the opportunity to talk to people outside Quebec about secularism, about laicite. He could have shared the Quebec perspective with the rest of Canada. He chose not to.
Yep.
I stand by it because the Quebec government has signaled it will override the Charter of Rights and Freedoms to protect Bills 21 and 96 from legal challenges over discrimination, and because the National Assembly included provisions in Bill 21 and 96 to override the Quebec Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms, leaving many Quebecers feeling vulnerable, and as Quebec Superior Court Justice Marc André Blanchard put it in regard to Bill 21, dehumanized.
Yep. Like I said, I may not agree with her style, but she is absolutely correct, and she is absolutely has my respect for not taking her question back. Hey, Alex. Alex Ramsden, welcome. Hello.
I stand by it because what does it say about the state of our democracy that a question is deemed unaskable? Who gets to decide which issues are appropriate to discuss during a federal election campaign? What does it really say about the convictions of our political leaders when they choose to make me a target to divert from their own position on a critical issue of personal freedom? You are
exactly. There you go. That is exactly why, even though I don't agree with her, I respect her convictions.
What does it say about journalism when seasoned reporters and political commentators were shocked that I dared to go there? Is the state of our federation so weak that we cannot even raise questions about it? You are correct. Alexander Tytler, the 17th century Scottish philosopher, wrote democracy lasts only about 200 years. A quote commonly attributed to him says that part of the cycle moves from courage to liberty, then to abundance, to selfishness, to complacency, then apathy, and eventually back to bondage. I hope we are not on the downslope of this cycle. You are.
Oh, we are.
During my silence, appropriate during the election campaign, people encouraged me to educate myself about Quebec. I don't live there, but I have spent time in places like the Saguenay-Lac Saint-Jean and La Malbaie. Operating entirely in French, I experienced a lasting immersion into Québécois' pride and history, and in Quebecers' outlook on secularism, survival, and the strong desire to maintain culture and language. Learning is never finished. You are currently. I have heard and listened to what people have said about the question, and the hurt it caused in Quebec. Could it have been phrased differently? Yes? Do I ultimately believe a change in wording would have prevented Mr. Blanchet, Quebec Premier Francois Legault, and party leaders Justin Trudeau, Aaron O'Toole and Jag Meeting from exploiting it all for their own purposes?
Nope.
No. You are.
Not one damn minute would it have changed. It wouldn't have changed a damn thing. Not one damn thing. No, it absolutely wouldn't have changed anything. There's.
Becoming the story was not a life goal. Yet what happened was just craven politics. What else would Mr. Blanchet have done in the midst of a sagging campaign? Politically, it made sense that Mr. O'Toole, Mr. Trudeau, and Mr. Singh piled on in order to protect their Quebec campaigns rather than stand on principle. You are currently on a text. Other things were a little harder to take. Columnists wrote that I was aggressive, or shrill, likening my tone to that of a mom, using chains to keep order. The only square they didn't put on that particular bingo card appears to be nasty woman.
Miss Krill, unfortunately, you were shrill. You were rather more like a mom dealing with squabbling children. You sounded like I do when I'm getting frustrated with my kids. You did not sound calm and stern. You sounded frustrated and frantic, and it really did come across that way. So I am sorry that upsets you. But you really did come across very shrill, like I said, very frustrated and frantic, instead of a calm, stern, even-keeled person, because that's what a moderator is supposed to be. They're supposed to be calm and stern, with everyone in the debate, not just with 2 out of the 5. You were definitely more like the mom that's frustrated with all the kids but shows favoritism to a few of them. And I do, I am sorry that offends you, but that's just how it is.
But this isn't about them. It's about Canadians. I did the debate as a public service, not to earn gold stars. Some people didn't like it or didn't like my style. That's okay. Polling from our own organization found that 53% of older men found the debate engaging. I'll take that split. It is notable that number rose to 65% among women 18 to 34. Past. Meet the future. You are currently on a text app.
What does that have to do with anything? Jesus Christ. Now, you've just lost a bunch of points for me now. Like, all those points you gained for, your conviction of standing by your question, I've just lost a bunch of them for that ridiculous sentence.
For all the disagreement, and there has been a lot, I've had thousands of messages of appreciation from across the country, including Quebec. Notes of thanks for not taking the leaders' talking points at face value. People who wrote saying they don't usually watch the whole debate, but did at night with their children. Teenagers who talked about the debate in class and concluded I was badass. Women thanking me for being prepared, fierce, professional, and strong. You are currently on the way out of Ottawa. I stopped in Toronto, where I was met at the hotel door by a bellman. You are correct. I think I saw you the other night. Here we go. I thought to myself. You are currently on. And what did you think? It was great. I could tell he had more to say. He was holding back. Look, it's okay. I can take it. I just want to tell you. I'm really glad you asked that question. You are currently on it. Keep your opinions sharp and informed. Get the opinion newsletter. You are currently on a text element.
Like I said, it's a good thing that she asked that question, but she did not do a good job moderating the debate. That's just my opinion. Oh my goodness. Well, that actually took us to the end of the stream, and that ran very well. I'm very, very pleased with how that ran. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and I do thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday, and be sure to come by. Be sure to come by Twitch tonight. We're gonna be just taking it easy, just chilling out. We are gonna be playing some MK. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get into Hades. I appreciate Ryan's challenge that he thinks that I could do Hades, but I don't think I can dedicate the amount of time that I would need to Hades. And it's just I don't think I can do it. I don't want to just like keep pretending that I can, because that's not cool. But I do hope that you guys will come by for some MK tonight, and be sure to go and if you can, get yourself a My Eyes mug. They're at teespring.com/myeyes, and I hope you guys enjoy yourselves for the rest of the day. I'll be back here on Wednesday with Wednesdays with Skep, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys will come by later. Bye.